like that. It forms a chord called a minor 9 chord. Okay, so we'll get to in the key of C sharp. Hi and welcome. In this lesson, we'll be taking a look at major 7 chords. Now, you can see major 7 chords as a major chord with a major 7 interval. So, in other words, this is going to be a 1, 3, 5, and the 7 out of the major scale. Okay, so that's basically how you construct a major 7 chord. In the key of C, the 1, 3, 5, which is our famous major chord, and then the 7th, which is that. Okay, and you form a C major 7 chord. As easy as that. Now my trick that I use as usual is to see the major 7 note that I'm adding on top as a semitone below the 1. Okay, so in every single key I can play this with ease. For example, in the key of F, I play my major chord, and I know that the major 7 note is a semitone below the 1. Okay, so I just add it on top. Of course, you can add it below, and it's still the same thing. Okay, that will be an inversion. So add that on top. Okay, so if we try to play this, all the 12 major 7 chords, C major, add the 7 on top, semitone below, C sharp major, add the 7 on top. So the fingering you can use for these major 7 chords, and generally all the 7 chords, is to use your 1, 2, and 3 to play the major chord or minor chord, whichever it is, and then you use the little finger, the pinky, to play the 7th. Okay, so C sharp major, and then I add a 7th. Okay, then D major, the 7th is a semitone below that. Okay, that's a D major 7. E flat major, and the semitone is going to be below that. E flat major 7, E major 7, F major 7, F sharp major 7, G major 7, A flat major 7, A major 7, B flat major 7, B major 7, back to the C major 7. Try to practice this many times. Okay, now let's look at we'll look at some of the voices. Now, just before we go into that, in a chord chart you may see a major 7 written as MAJ7, or you could see a triangle, and in most most of the jazz lead sheets you see a triangle. So if you see F and a triangle, that's an F major 7, and so on. Okay, now, so I've stated some examples of the major 7 chords here. Now, what are some of our voicing options? It's going to be something similar to what we did for the dominant 7 chord. Okay, so your first option, you can put our famous 1-5 in the left, and then play the whole chord in your right. Okay, so if you're playing a chord progression and it's maybe a G to a C major 7, you can do that. Okay, so that's a C major 7. So that's the first voicing option. Which other voicing option? Of course, you can put the 1, 5, and the 7 in your left hand, like this, and then you play. Sorry, it's a major 7, so like this, and then you play either you play the full major 7 in your right hand as well, or you can put a 1, 3, 5, which is just the major chord. Okay, sounds very nice, right? So if you want to try other voicings, it's going to be like this: F, okay, C sharp, 1, 5, 7 in the left, and there's just the major chord. Okay, and that's an easy one, right? Good. Let's look at another voicing option: 1, 7 in your left, and then 3, 5, 1 in your right. So 1, 7 in your left, 3, 5, 1. and you still get your major 7 chord. Okay, you could have also done this. That's what we did the first time. So it's quite open, this voicing. Okay, so, and of course, as you can always have other inversions in your right hand. So you can do other inversions of the major 7 chord. And when you practice these major 7 chords, try and get them in other inversions. So another inversion would be like this. And this is a very popular inversion that I usually use myself. And this is also one that I use quite often. And I use it usually on the 6th. So in the key of C, when I'm playing the 6th chord, most of the time I'm playing the 6th, and then I'm playing a major 7 of the C, like that. It forms a chord called a minor 9 chord. Okay, so we'll get to, and in the key of C sharp, we'll get to a lot of that a bit soon in other lessons. Okay, so try and move around, play all the major 7 chords, be able to play them like so easily without thinking too much about it. Just quiz yourself with major 7 chords and make sure that you're able to easily play them if you come across them in a chord chart or in a lead sheet. Okay, thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next lesson.